Oh, so at least we got the arms and shoulders moving now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take another stretch, and we're going to use that to take us to our feet if you want to come to standing. If not, you can remain in your chair. And then you'll see some modifications then. So on the inhalation, bring your arms up overhead. As your arms come down, bring the weight to your feet, and if you can, bring yourself up to a standing position. Or stay in your chair, whatever you feel. All right, so some are going to stay seated. Great. You already know where you should feel the foundation, which is your sitting bones. For those standing now, bring your feet to hip width. Lift your toes up and relax your feet. Relax your feet down and let the toes come down. So we want to feel the weight behind our big toe, behind our little toe, and on each corner of the heel. So bring your weight equal to both feet and press those four corners of each foot into the ground. All right. If you're seated, use your sitting bones. Just like we did in the chair, when we inhaled, we pushed our sitting bones down. When we inhale, we're going to push our feet towards the ground, and we're going to sweep our arms up overhead, whether we're in the chair or whether we're standing. On the exhalation, yes, the arms come down. All right. Now we're going to take this to a stretch for our backs and our bellies. So bring the arms up. This time when we bring our arms down, bring your hands to your knees and bend your knees. We kind of call this chair pose because it looks like you're in a chair without a chair. We bring our hands here, supported. We're in supported chair. Now, watch this one. It's called cat and cow because it kind of looks like a scared cat. All right. The first part is on the inhalation. We let our bellies come forward. If you're in the chair, take your legs a little bit wider and just let your belly come forward. Let the hips and shoulders go back. On the inhalation, the hips or the pelvis tucks under, and we arch the spine in the opposite way. Round the spine up. Inhale, belly comes forward. Exhale, back arches up. So we're working the back, the belly, the pelvis, the hips, the shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Next inhalation, bring your arms all the way up overhead. See your hands come together. On the exhalation, arms down to the side. All right, now we're going to get into the real warm-up part here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our feet as wide as we comfortably can. And if you're in a chair, just take your legs as wide as you comfortably can in the chair. On the inhalation, we're going to bring our arms out as if they were reaching opposite directions. They are. So we want each hand reaching opposite. We want each foot pushing into the ground. And this first pose is called Moonflower. It works the ankles, knees, and the shoulders. So point your toes just a little bit outward because we're going to make a little squat. And that's what we're going to do. Exhale, make a little squat, and bring your elbows into your ribs. Can you feel it in the shoulders? Can you feel it in the ankles and knees? Inhale, reach in 4 different directions. Exhale, bend the ankles and knees, bring the arms in. Inhale, reach in opposite directions. Exhale down. So we're opening up the bodies. We're working all the major joints and all the major muscles. And we're working our breath because we're moving with our breath. The exhalation, the inhalation, the exhalation, the inhalation. Now stay up. We're going to change this to sunflower. This time we're going to bend from the hips. It'll look like this. All the way down is the exhalation. All the way up is the inhalation. Just move as far as your body will go. And maybe after a while your body will go a little bit further. And that's how we gain range of motion. Let's take a couple more. And down. One more, bring the arms up overhead. Release the arms down and let's bring our feet back together so that we're comfortable. Yes. Now, All right, now we're going to open up the front of the body a little bit more, because normally our lifestyle takes us here. You know, we're driving the car, we're working the computer, so we want to open up, give the lungs a little more room. So we're going to take our hands behind us, and we're going to interlace our fingers if we can. When we inhale now, we're going to try to straighten our arms and feel the stretch come across your collarbone. Then when you exhale, just let it, as if your hands got heavy, release them down. Inhale, widen the shoulders. Exhale, release them down. Inhale, widen the shoulders. Exhale, release them down. Now release your hands. Let's take a nice deep breath, bringing arms up overhead. Look up and gently arch your back if you can. Exhale. Arms come down. All right, one more time, up. This time on the exhalation, we're going to bend from the hips right here, bend our knees gently, and we're going to bend forward. We call this a forward fold because we're trying to fold our belly onto our thighs. Just get that feeling. This brings a stretch to the hips, the back, and the back of the legs. Just go as far as comfortable. And just let your arms hang, let your head hang. Okay. On the inhalation, bring your arms up overhead, reach all the way up. One more time. Exhale to a forward bend. So we're working the back of the legs to stretch the big muscles. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. And we're bringing a stretch to the low back. Now just let your arms come down to the side. So that helps to lengthen the muscles from our heel to our hip, and also in the low back up to our shoulders. Now we're going to do one more opener for the front of the body. We'll call this a standing back bend. And here's how we're going to do it today. We're going to bring our hands, our fists to our low back, and we're going to use our arms today. So see how my elbows are out to the side? I'm going to try and keep my hips over my sitting bones if I'm in a chair, or over my feet if I'm standing. And now when I inhale, I'm going to try to bring my elbows back, and my fists are going to kind of try to push. They're going to push my hips forward, and that brings a stretch to the front of my legs and the front of my body. So the inhalation, bring the arms back, exhale, feel the stretch. Once more, inhale, exhale. Let's come back up to neutral. So